All right, Akim, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to Allah Akim out there that's pushing this truth and love and in sincerity to the four corners of the earth. You know, we almost out of here, man. You know, so we gotta keep pushing. You know what I mean? Keep our eyes on the prophecies. You know, our time here is almost up, man. You know, so yeah, just do the follow up on Russia. You know what I mean? And this is the latest article that I came across. You know, it says World War III alert: NATO aims missile at Russia as Poland invasion looms. You know, so let's get into it. You know, and it says the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, is determined to contain Russia as it sees the country as a threat to allies and their territories. As tension rises, NATO started expanding its missile defense system, but Russia but but is but Russia is not standing idle by, as it is reportedly prepared to invade Poland in one day. You know, will the world be at risk of a new world war? You know, so and you know, well, this right here, no matter what, this is gonna lead to World War III, because this is prophesied in the scripture. You see what I saying? This is prophecy. You see what I saying? So no matter what happened, what the comes out, it's gonna come out that it's gonna ultimately lead to World War III. I don't care what they say, because it is Bible prophecy. It is prophesied in the scriptures that World War III would happen. You know, so it says here. You know, it says here, NATO aims at Russia, right? It says NATO's recent summit made sure to tell the world where the alliance stands with respect to Russia. The organization sent out a release saying it will be stepping up efforts to deter Russia's aggression. However, analysts argue that a closer look at the alliance military action in cooperation with the West, its deployment of missile defense system, and the strengthening of its military bases suggest that NATO is a potential party with the expansionist tendencies, right? And that's because NATO is the fourth beast that you read about in Revelation and in Daniel. You know what I mean? It's the revival of the ancient Roman Empire. You know what I mean? And this America siding with them. You know, this is Rome all over again. See what I said? You know, it says also read NATO's give signal to attack Russia. You know what I mean? And that's an article. You know, you could go into. You know what I mean? So moving along, it says a report from Eurasia Review noted that NATO's plans not only put Russia at risk but also other nations like Iran, as it noted. You know, with this point in mind, the negative security consequences of the development of NATO's military infrastructure cannot be considered limited to Russia, because other independent and anti-hegemony actors, including Iran, would not remain immune to these negative consequences. You know, so they want to go into Iran as well. You know, and so these and so these other nations, you know, is preparing their military, you know, to go into the Middle East as well. You see what I said? You know, so it says, you know, while the threat is not immediate there, while the threat is not immediately, there is a possibility that things could turn otherwise for Iran, and the missile system will be a threat to it. Furthermore, the report argued that Russia has been pursuing a pragmatic approach where it tried to establish agreement with the West. However, these attempts failed because of Washington instance of military deployment. You know, so basically, like I said, they want to go into Iran. You know, and these other nations as well as preparing themselves to go to war in the Middle East as well. You see what I said? So you're gonna have this presence from from the other nations. It says Russia looms invasion. Russia invasion looms. It says these are further not looking up to Russia has reportedly started on its quest to invade Poland. An expert, in fact, advised that the United States to ship more missiles to the region in anticipation of attack. You know, so as you see, Russia now, as you can see, that the U.S. is starting to move their military, in the South China Sea. So you got to keep an eye on that as well. You know, it says even though Moscow currently has no immediate intent to challenge NATO directly, this may unexpectedly change overnight and can be implemented with great speed following already prepared plans. You know, the capability to do so is a large extent in place, claimed a 25-page document by the U.S.-based Atlantic Council. So as you can see, this is the beginning of World War III. This is the showdown between NATO and Russia. They're ready to go to war. See what I said? So now, I got a couple of scriptures on deck. So without further ado, I want to get into it. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 16, verse 12. And it reads, and the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the great river Euphrates, that is in the Middle East. You see what I said? And the waters thereof dried up, and the kings and that the way of the kings of the east might prepare. That's talking about the other nations getting prepared to walk, as we just read in that article. See what I said? Verse 13. And I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs came out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophets. And the dragon and the beast, is Esau and Nato, and the forces behind the walls. You see what I said? 14, sorry. For they are the spirit of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world, to gather them to the battle of that great day of God Almighty. That's why you see all these different wars and these different allies, and then these countries have their different allies, and then you see what I said? That's because of this. Moving along now, verse 15. It says, behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked, and they see his shame. So we here, the prophets, we got to keep watching these prophecies. See what I said? We got to keep current on these prophecies, keep current on what's going on around you. It says, 16, and he gathered them together in the place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon, right? Let's look this up. Armageddon. So basically, this is the valley of the Jehoshaphat. See what I say out there in the Middle East? You see what I said? 17. And when the seventh angel poured out his vial into the air, and there came a great voice out of heaven. There came a great voice out of the temple of heaven from the throne, saying, "It is done." Meaning the judgment is done. That place has been destroyed. So the white man, aka Esau, is taken out of his power seat. when the kingdom of Israel will be set up, man. And this is beautiful. See what I saying? You know, moving along, verse 18. It says, and there were voices and thunders and lightnings, and there was a great earthquake, such was not since men were upon the earth. So mighty an earthquake and so great. Yeah, and that's talking about those nuclear missiles, those ICBM missiles that's been shot from Russia to the US, and from basically all the nations over there in the east shot their missiles over there on America. You see what I said? So that's those nukes that shot all over the world, and that's going to ultimately destroy America and the land of Israel. You see what I said? So these missiles is going to make that great earthquake. Verse 19. And the great city was divided into 3 parts, and the cities of the nations fell, and great Babylon came in remembrance before the Most High, to give unto her the cup of wine of the fierceness of his wrath. You know what I mean? So all these nations is gonna be taken out of power as well. You see what I said? All of them is gonna be taken out of power. You see, because they are allies with this damn beast. You see what I said? Verse 20. And every island fled away, and mountains. Every island, every island fled away, and the mountains were not found. So basically, that's the new heaven and new earth. That's the new power that is going to come from Jerusalem, meaning that is the new power that's going to be set up. That's the Israelites, speaking about the Israelites. The last verse 21. And there fell upon men great hail out of heaven, every stone about the weight of a talent. And men blasphemed the Most High because of the plague of the hail. The plague thereof was exceeding great. And that's talking about those ICBM missiles, those nuclear missiles that is going to destroy America. See what I said? But since we talking about Israel is going to be set up, the new power seat that's going to be set up, that's going to set up the nation of Israel, I want to get it. You see what I said? I want to get it to show you. So this is Revelation chapter 2, 25. It says, but that which ye have already hold fast till I come, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. Speaking about the Israelites. You see what I said? And what they're gonna do. Verse 27. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken into shivers, even as I have received of my Father. And I will, see that? That's plain. And I will give him the morning star. So, and he that heaven air, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. And the churches is speaking about the Israelites. So that is gonna be glorious, man. But I always close with this. Let's get it. This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 3. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. So with that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to Allah Akim that is pushing this truth. Shalom.